Hello and welcome to Daily Speak English.
Every January, millions of people buy gym memberships. By February, those gyms are empty again. Why do we all struggle so much with exercise? Hi everyone, I'm Jack.
And I'm Lucy.
Today we're talking about exercise. The thing we all know is good for us, but somehow keep avoiding.
We'll teach you all the natural English words and phrases to talk about fitness, workouts, and staying active.
Plus, we'll share real strategies to actually stick with exercise instead of giving up after 2 weeks.
If you've ever felt guilty about skipping the gym or breaking your fitness promises, subscribe and give us a thumbs up.
Let's get moving.
Jack, can I ask you a direct question?
Of course.
When was the last time you actually exercised?
Wow. You're not holding back. Okay. Honestly, 3 days ago.
That's actually pretty good.
Well, it was just a 2-0-minute run. Nothing intense. But I felt good afterward.
See, that counts. People think exercise has to be this huge hour-long thing at the gym.
Right. What about you? Do you exercise regularly?
I try to. I do yoga about 3 times a week.
Yoga. I've never tried that. Isn't it just stretching?
That's what everyone thinks. But yoga can be really challenging. Some poses require serious strength and balance.
Challenging how?
Well, after a good yoga session, my arms and legs are shaking, and the next day I'm always sore.
Sore means your muscles hurt because you use them a lot, right?
Exactly. That achy feeling the day after exercise. Sometimes I can barely walk downstairs.
I know that feeling. When I start running again after a break, my legs are so sore for days.
It's actually a good sign, though. It means your muscles are working and getting stronger.
That's what people say, but it still hurts.
True. Now, let's talk about different types of exercise because there are so many options.
Good idea. First, let's talk about cardio. That's probably the most common type.
What exactly is cardio?
Cardio is short for cardiovascular exercise. It's any exercise that makes your heart beat faster and makes you breathe harder.
Like running, swimming, cycling?
Exactly. Dancing, jumping rope, even fast walking counts as cardio.
What are the benefits of cardio?
It's great for your heart health, it burns calories, and it improves your endurance.
Endurance means how long you can keep doing something without getting tired, right?
Yes! If you have good endurance, you can run longer or climb stairs without getting out of breath.
What's another type of exercise?
Strength training. This is where you use weights or resistance to build muscle.
What kind of equipment do people use?
Dumbbells, which are small weights you hold in your hands. Barbells, which are longer bars with weights on each end. Or resistance bands, which are stretchy bands.
Can you do strength training without equipment?
Absolutely. Push-ups, squats, lunges, all of these build strength using just your body weight.
What are push-ups?
You lie face down on the floor and push your whole body up with your arms. They're incredibly hard.
I can do maybe 5 before I collapse.
5 is better than 0. Now, what about flexibility training?
That's where yoga comes in. Flexibility means how easily you can bend and stretch.
So yoga improves flexibility?
Yes! Regular yoga makes you more flexible over time. I used to barely touch my knees when bending forward. Now I can almost touch my toes.
That's real progress.
It is. And flexibility is important as we get older. It helps prevent injuries.
Now, let's talk about where people exercise. Some people love gyms, others hate them.
I'm definitely in the not a huge gym fan category.
Really? Why?
Gyms can feel intimidating, Everyone looks like they know exactly what they're doing, and I feel lost.
Intimidating means it makes you feel nervous or scared, right?
Yes, like you don't belong there. Plus, gyms are expensive. Monthly memberships can cost a lot.
That's true. What do you prefer instead?
I love exercising at home. I just need my yoga mat and I can follow videos online.
Home workouts are super convenient. Convenient means easy and practical.
Exactly. I don't have to travel anywhere. I can wear whatever I want and I save money.
What about outdoor exercise? Do you ever run or walk outside?
Sometimes, when the weather is nice, I love walking in the park. Fresh air makes exercise more enjoyable.
I agree. Running outside feels better than running on a treadmill.
What's a treadmill?
It's that machine at the gym where you run but stay in the same place. A belt moves under your feet.
Oh, I find those so boring.
Same. I'd rather run in a park and actually see different scenery.
Now, let's talk about something everyone struggles with motivation.
Oh, this is the real challenge. Staying motivated is harder than the actual exercise.
So true. What does motivation mean exactly?
Motivation is the feeling that makes you want to do something. It's your drive or your reason for doing it.
And motivation comes and goes, right?
Absolutely. Some days I wake up excited to exercise. Other days, I'd rather do anything else.
What kills your motivation?
Honestly, being tired. When I come home from work exhausted, the last thing I want is to exercise.
But here's something interesting. Sometimes when you force yourself to exercise even though you're tired, you actually feel more energetic afterward.
That's true. It's like the exercise wakes you up.
What else affects your motivation?
The weather. If it's cold and rainy, I don't want to go outside.
Or if it's too hot. When it's 35 degrees outside, running sounds terrible.
We always have an excuse, don't we?
We really do. I'm too tired, I'm too busy. I'll start on Monday.
Monday. Everyone says they'll start on Monday.
Why is Monday so magical?
I have no idea. But every Sunday night, I convince myself that Monday will be different.
And then Monday comes and
And I hit snooze on my alarm and skip my planned morning workout.
this is so relatable. So, how do we actually stay motivated?
I think having a routine really helps. A routine is a regular schedule or pattern.
What does your routine look like?
I try to exercise every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday morning before work.
Why mornings?
Because if I wait until evening, I'll make excuses. In the morning, I just do it before my brain can argue.
That's smart. What if you miss a day?
I used to feel guilty and give up completely. But now I just get back on track the next day.
That's important. One missed workout doesn't mean failure.
Right. What helps you stay motivated?
Setting small, realistic goals. Instead of saying, I'll exercise every single day, I say, I'll do yoga 3 times this week.
That's achievable? Small goals are better than impossible goals.
Exactly. And I track my progress. I mark each workout on my calendar.
Does that help?
Yes. When I see that I've worked out 6 times this month, I feel proud. I want to keep the streak going.
Music also helps me a lot. I always listen to music when I exercise.
What kind of music?
Upbeat, energetic music. Something with a fast beat that makes me want to move.
Music definitely makes exercise more fun. What's the phrase for that feeling when music gets you excited?
It pumps you up. Good workout music pumps you up and gives you energy.
I love that phrase. Now, let's talk about something many people experience hitting a plateau.
What's a plateau?
A plateau is when you stop making progress. You exercise the same amount, but you don't see improvements anymore.
Oh, I've definitely experienced that.
Tell me about it.
A few months ago, I was getting stronger every week. I could lift heavier weights each time.
That must have felt great.
It did, but then I got stuck. For a whole month, I couldn't lift any heavier. Same weight, no progress.
How did that feel?
Frustrating. I was working hard but not seeing results.
What did you do?
I changed my routine. I tried different exercises and added more variety.
Did that help?
Yes, after 2 weeks of the new routine, I started making progress again.
That's a good lesson. Sometimes our bodies adapt and we need to change things up.
Adapt means to get used to something, right?
Exactly. Your body adapts to your routine, so you need to challenge it in new ways.
Now let's talk about recovery. This is something people often ignore.
What's recovery?
Recovery is the time your body needs to rest and repair itself after exercise.
Why is it important?
Because your muscles don't actually grow during exercise. They grow during rest.
Really?
Yes. When you exercise, you create tiny tears in your muscles. When you rest, your body repairs those tears and makes the muscles stronger.
So, rest days are just as important as workout days?
Exactly. If you exercise every single day without rest, you might actually hurt your progress.
What happens if you don't rest enough?
You can burn out. Burning out means you're exhausted from doing too much.
Your body gets tired and can't perform well anymore?
Right. You might get injured, or you might just feel constantly exhausted.
How many rest days should people take?
It depends on the person, but usually 1 or 2 days per week.
On rest days, should you do nothing at all?
Light activity is fine. A gentle walk, easy stretching, nothing intense.
That makes sense. Let's talk about exercise vocabulary that our listeners can use in conversations.
Great idea. If someone asks, "Do you exercise?" you can say, "Yes, I work out 3 times a week."
Workout is another way to say exercise, right?
Yes. I work out means I exercise. You can also say, "I hit the gym," which means you go to the gym.
What if someone asks what kind of exercise you do?
You can say, "I mainly do cardio," or "I focus on strength training," or "I'm into yoga."
I'm into means you enjoy it and do it regularly?
Exactly. "I'm into running" means you run often and you like it.
How do you talk about frequency?
You can say, "I exercise regularly," which means you do it often and consistently.
Or I try to stay active, which is a gentle way of saying you move your body, but maybe not in a structured way?
Yes. Staying active can mean walking more, taking stairs, gardening, not just formal exercise.
What if someone asks about your fitness goals?
You can say, "I'm trying to get in shape," which means you want to become fitter and healthier.
Or I'm training for a 5K race, which means you're preparing for something specific.
Training means practicing and preparing for a goal, right?
Yes, athletes train for competitions, but regular people can train for goals too.
What about when you describe how hard an exercise is?
You can say, this workout is intense. Intense means very strong or challenging.
Or, "I really pushed myself today," which means you tried hard and went beyond your comfort zone.
What if you're sore after exercise?
You can say, "I'm so sore from yesterday's workout," or "My legs are killing me."
My legs are killing me is an informal way to say they hurt a lot.
Yes. You can also say, "I can barely move today," which means you're very sore.
Now let's share some practical tips for people who want to start exercising.
Tip number 1. Start small. Don't try to exercise for an hour on day 1.
What should they do instead?
Start with just 10 or 15 minutes. Make it so easy, you can't say no.
That's manageable. What's tip number 2?
Choose something you actually enjoy. If you hate running, don't force yourself to run.
What should they try instead?
Maybe dancing, swimming, cycling, hiking. There are so many options.
The best exercise is the one you'll actually do.
Exactly. What's your tip?
Find a workout buddy. A buddy is a friend or partner who does activities with you
Why is a workout buddy helpful?
because you're accountable to someone else. If you plan to meet a friend at the gym, you're less likely to skip.
That's true. It's easier to let yourself down than to let a friend down.
Plus, exercising with someone is more fun.
Another tip. Schedule it like an appointment. Put it in your calendar,
Why does that help?
because then it's a commitment, not just a vague plan.
Instead of I'll exercise sometime this week, it becomes I have yoga at 6 p.m. on Tuesday.
Exactly. What's your next tip?
Prepare everything the night before. Lay out your workout clothes, fill your water bottle, get everything ready.
Why is that important?
Because if you have to search for your shoes and clothes in the morning, you'll make excuses and skip it.
But if everything is ready, you just get dressed and go.
Right. Remove all obstacles between you and exercise.
Here's another tip. Track your progress. Write down what you did,
Why is tracking helpful?
because you can look back and see how far you've come. It's motivating.
What should people track?
How long you exercised, what exercises you did, how you felt. Even simple notes help.
And finally, be kind to yourself. Don't expect perfection.
This is so important. You'll miss workouts sometimes. That's normal.
One missed workout doesn't ruin everything. Just start again the next day.
Progress isn't linear. Some weeks you'll do great. Some weeks you'll struggle.
Linear means in a straight line, always going up, right?
Yes, real progress goes up and down. That's normal and okay.
Now it's time for our question of the day.
We have 2 questions for you.
First, what type of exercise do you enjoy most? Running, yoga, gym, dancing, sports?
Second, what's your biggest challenge with exercise? Time, motivation, energy, something else?
Write your answers in the comments. We read every single one.
Try to use some vocabulary from today's lesson. Words like cardio, sore, routine, or motivation.
And here's your challenge for this week.
Do just 10 minutes of movement every day for the next 7 days.
It can be anything, a walk, stretching, dancing in your living room.
10 minutes is so small you can't make excuses.
After 7 days, come back and tell us how it went.
Did you feel better? Did it become easier? Did you want to do more?
Remember, the hardest part of exercise isn't the exercise itself. It's starting.
Once you start, even for just 10 minutes, you've already won.
And those 10 minutes often turn into 20 or 30 because you're already moving.
The key is to make starting as easy as possible.
If you found this helpful, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to Daily Speak English.
We create videos every day to help you speak English naturally while learning about interesting topics.
Share this with someone who's trying to build an exercise habit or anyone learning English.
Thank you so much for watching.
Your body is amazing and it deserves movement, even if it's just 10 minutes.
We'll see you in the next video.
Until then, keep learning, keep moving, and be kind to yourself.
See you soon.
Goodbye, everyone!